We are going to witness another clash between the ADC and the APC. I repeat, we are going to witness another clash, battle between the ADC, the coalition, and the APC. Now, Tinubu and the APC have been exposed by a certain politician. I repeat, Tinubu and the APC have been exposed by a certain politician how they are going to rig the next election, 2027. The template on how the APC will rig 2027 elections have been revealed by a certain politician. Now, INEC is conducting by-election. By-election is on the way. Peter Obi went to Anambra State to campaign for the ADC. Rufai went to Kaduna State to campaign for the ADC. Now, Rufai made an observation. He said that the template by which APC will use to rig next election has been revealed, and he made that exposure. Mind you, Rufai and Tinubu, they'll be 5 and 6 during the time of Buhari. Now, them come together, form the APC, and they bring Buhari, use propaganda, pursue Tinubu away. At a point in time, Rufai said that, I know what Tinubu can do. I know the tricks. Now, he has come out to give a comprehensive report of how the APC tends to rig the elections, both in Kaduna State and in 2027. Now, he said, the African Democratic Congress has observed certain actions that sadly confirm that the APC government cannot be elected in Kaduna State and is therefore not interested in free and fair elections. As our coalition prepares for the 16th August 2025 by-elections, it has become apparent that the APC government's plan, listen, is to sabotage the by-election. Sabotage first the by-election. Distort the electoral process. Sabotage the by-elections, distort the electoral process, and again, steal the elections that they have no chance of winning in a free and fair contest. I've said this before, that the APC is not interested in conducting free and fair election. If you are thinking the APC is interested, they know that the odds are against them in a free and fair election. That is why what Rufai is exposing tells you, gives you an insight on how if you are very smart, it gives you an insight on how the APC will rig elections in 2027. Okay? In Kaduna State, the ADC coalition has gathered the following. 1. To execute their plot and ensure all APC candidates are returned as winners, the APC government of Kaduna State has recruited about 4,000 thugs from within and outside the state to intimidate. First, recruit elements to intimidate and harass citizens and officials of opposition parties at all polling units and at the ward, state constituency, and federal constituency collation centers. This is a template. If you're a politician, look at the template. If you are watching from abroad, this is how Nigerian politicians rig election. Even an Rufai, they are all culprits. Even though it's exposing the APC, how they rig elections in the past, all of them, they are all culprit, not even victims, culprit. Now, number 2, the Kaduna State government is engaged in efforts to compromise INEC. First, sabotage, use thugs, intimidate you, spread them all around the polling units. First. Number 2, they will now move to INEC. The Kaduna State government is engaged in efforts to compromise INEC officials. The inducements being used include allocations of plots of land to senior INEC officials. You see what happened in Edo State? All those boys were saying, Edo no be Lagos, Edo no be Lagos. I told somebody from Edo State, I told him that if I want to rig elections in Edo State, all those confraternities, I'll call their Oga, I'll give them 1 billion naira. Make them shut down their mouth. Make them supply us boys. Because Nigerians, Nigerians no get level. I tell you. They don't get level. See, no value for their life. I'll just call them, give them 1 billion naira. Even 1 billion naira might be too much. 500 million naira. Each of them, of the confraternities. Have a meeting with them. And the whole thing, Look at what happened in Edo State. So APC never fails in its template. Look at Buhari and Rufai. They were threatening Jonathan. 2011, almost 100 people died. 100 persons died because of Buhari wants to become president. Now, 2015, Rufai and Buhari, they threatened. A lot of people entered into the country to destabilize the country. The same Rufai is crying that the same thing that they all manufactured in the beginning is coming back to haunt them. Let's move on. Now, the inducement being used include allocations of plots, not one, plots of land to senior INEC officials, electoral officers, and technical support staff in furtherance of their election sabotage. We have details of the Kaduna state government officials that have had secret meetings. Government officials are having secret meetings with high-level election personnel. Government officials, they are having secret meetings with INEC election personnel. Imagine. And other technical staff. Those one wait there for technical room, we go switch off on the glitch go off and on. Government officials, partisan politics. This is the kind of politics you are playing in Nigeria. You say Nigeria will get better. Government officials are having secret meeting with INEC. It happened in Lagos. A lot of things happened. Let Rufai be the ones that will expose it today. Okay? And technical support staff in furtherance of their election sabotage. Now, these government officials, having had secret meetings with these election personnel and technical staff, the ones that they have meeting with are the ones that they deployed from INEC headquarters. The one they deployed from INEC headquarters. Let's move on. Number 3, the Kaduna state government compelled the 23 local governments to contribute 30 million naira each to its election sabotage fund for the by-elections in Chikun, Kajuru Federal Constituency and state constituencies in Zaria and Sabongeri. Further financial support from Abuja of about 4.8 billion naira has been provided to facilitate the sabotage of the elections through vote buying, compromise of electoral officials, and corruption of security. Plenty. Easy. Vote buying, number 1. Compromise of electoral officials. Number 2. Corruption of security agents to encourage breakdown of law and order. A disgraced former senator, notorious for being an architect of electoral violence in the past, has been given responsibility for utilizing the election sabotage funds. These are the people you call your leaders, and you go to church tomorrow to pray that God should make Nigeria better. You are wasting your time. People encouraging people that are bastardizing the rule of law. They are encouraging violence, but in secret. I told you, politicians, Nigerian politicians, they are evil. Oh. They don't have conscience. Oh. There's nothing good about them. There's nothing good about them. That's why I pity Nigerians that expect these politicians to give them good governance. No, anything they are going to do, it is what will make them look good, not you. They are not doing because of you. So 4.8 billion naira will be sent from, who is going to account for that? Where are they getting those monies from? If ASU go on strike now, if NOS is going on strike now, it will hard them to bring money. But to rig elections, you see them, they will bring out money. You are according to Rufai, you are mandating every local government to contribute 30 million naira to sabotage an election. And tomorrow you come and say, my people, you come and promise the people hell. And you say you are this. I pity Nigerians. I pity them. Okay? These assaults on election integrity and the fundamental rights of citizens to choose their legislators are being coordinated at the highest levels of the state government, with a serving commissioner in charge of local government matters leading the officials deployed for this honorable operation. So it is your leaders that are supposed to uphold the law, that are supposed to be law abiding. They are the ones that are leading breakdown of law and order in disguise. After they bribe everybody, INEC officials, they use Agbero. They bribe security officials, make them come off face. Use Agbero to do the work because of power. I told you, an average Nigerian politician can never give you good governance. Can never. See, okay. Now, the people that are carrying out the hey, the ADC SDP coalition is also aware that the senior officials of Kudan, Soba, and Zaria local government councils are recruiting thugs to attack opposition events and disrupt our campaign plans. As a law-abiding coalition, we are hereby notifying INEC and the security agencies of the unlawful and undemocratic actions, as well as the nefarious plans of the APC government of Kaduna State, and urging that it should be brought to order to avoid unpredictable reactions of our supporters and the general populace. Unpredictable reactions of our supporters. Rufai, they used to threaten them. If you people go on with this your plan, we are asking that you avoid our actions. What we will do, maybe you cannot predict what we can do with these current elections. Okay. Now, if you look at this critically, you know that this is how the APC would rig the 2027 presidential election. These are the things that will be prevalent. A government that is unlawful, that does not obey the rule of law, is it a government that will provide you good governance? APC on a normal day, if it's sure for them, make them do normal elections. But people like to deceive themselves and say, APC know that never. Now them, they appoint INEC. Now then they appoint police, DSS and everything. Now them now the president, a party man, a president of, in quotes, the Yoruba, and a party man also. Now them. So why if they are sure of what they are doing, or if they are sure that like we actually performed, let there be free and fair elections. But there will never be free and fair elections in Nigeria. And I wish the people can rise up. But Nigerians are already defeated. Nigerians think they are living. They don't come out. They are living in penury and in bondage. Their minds are being abused. Their dignity is being abused. Look at our young people today. People don't. Those days, our forefathers, at their 20s, they were building huts and houses, getting married, giving birth to children. But now, young men and women in their 30s and 40s, they don't know where they are standing. It's because they are afraid to face life head on. They don't want. They want to live long as people with penury and poverty. See, one thing about Rufai is that he has the guts. The guy is intelligent, smart, emotionally intelligent. He's a strategist. Many people would want to have an Rufai when it comes to election. If not for Rufai, they would not show Tinubu shege during the last elections. I'm telling you. The governors wouldn't have endorsed the Tinubu in quotes with the actions he took. During Buhari's regime, Rufai, they threatened federal government. I tell you, they will not be part of this. The guy get mind. As you see, I'm short like this. The guy get mind. And he is one of the persons in the ADC that, if you are looking at who would deputize Peter Obi, people are saying that Rufai should deputize, if not for the jihadism, is a I don't know, Islamic fundamentalism of killing Fulani. This Rufai would be a very perfect match for Peter Obi because of his actions. So all these things you have read are more to come. The way Tinubu will win the next elections. Nobody's ready for free and fair elections. My brother, they start by using boys. Boys, they go calculate all the local government, all the polling unit. Some people, in quotes, if I were a politician, I be politician, and I want to win election. Let me just give you small expo. Because if you want to catch this politician, you need to think like them. Expo, I will map out every polling unit. I will map out every voting population. It's going to take me like 2 years, but I will spend money to map it out. I will appoint people to understudy a particular number of polling units over the past years, how they have won elections, how they have voted, the pattern they have voted, and just oppose it. And just oppose it with like the reality today. Because APC Gongo, they know say, my brother, all these things we are doing, we are trying, but Nigerians, if we allow free and fair elections, they can remove us. They can cripple us. Nigerians can vote against us because we know that they don't like us. So you look at the realities, and the rest is history. They will understudy it and start their manipulations. They will look at every street and try and deploy elements. They will call everybody they are going to use in every state. Everybody, both INEC officials, they will have secret meeting. They will tell you this is the template. This one that Rufai revealed, this is the template they will sell to everybody. Try and make sure you win your own place, your own polling unit, your own booth. Bring the elections. We have INEC officials that will be at the collation centers to run the rest. Make sure that you are able to mobilize and get people to vote. That is what APC will do. If APC has to give the INEC chairman 1 trillion to compromise, INEC chairman alone, if they give him 1 trillion, if Tinubu give him 1 trillion to compromise, the guy is that desperate to run that package. I'm telling you, he's that desperate to run that package. You people are not dealing with human beings. You people are dealing with evil people. Hey, Nigerians, Nigeria. Why is it that Nigerians are not smart? We are the giant of Africa. We're supposed understand, say these guys. So this one that Rufai is shouting, APC is winning that by elections. I said it. Peter will be an article. If now one win Tinubu, make una go chop winch. If na never chop winch, una no go beat Tinubu at anywhere. Because this guy is ready to play dirty. He does not care. Even if it's possible for half of Nigeria to be swept away by flood for him to become president, the way I see that man, he's that desperate. And the baddest thing is that an article a Fulani man would never back down. They go dig him out for that Kaduna state. Peter B might be doing all this churchy thing. You know, say the Bible says the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence take it by force. Now, in politics, it is war for war. The problem here is that people are afraid to be persecuted. People are afraid to die for what they believe in. You see, this election come 2027, it is going to be a deciding factor in Nigeria's history. It is then we will know whether Nigeria will still remain, because the people that are pushing for violence, that are pushing for scatter everything, if you not get to us, scatter. The people are there, they are ready. The Fulani will not back down. And Tinubu that I know is not ready to listen to anybody. All he wants to do is that he wants to become president for 8 years. This thing they will do in Kaduna State, let me first tell you, APC go win the elections, by elections. APC go win that by elections. If something happens otherwise, then I will not be I'll be convinced that it is this by election we will know whether ADC get what it takes to challenge the APC with Tinubu as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Whether they know they fear, it is with these elections we go know. Whether it is the normal complain. If not complain, they complain, my brother, may them go sit down. May them go sit down. As it stands, this battle between North and South, my brother, if they give Tinubu tough time, these guys I know, they are going to make that 2027 interesting. They are going to give Tinubu tough time. If they give Tinubu tough time and Tinubu succeed, what Tinubu will do them? If this will try their best and they remove Tinubu, because I'm wondering, say Tinubu, if Tinubu will lose election, the way this guy they look, the way the guy is desperate, would he want to hand over power? Because I know Tinubu is not Jonathan. If Tinubu were to be in Jonathan's position, highest they go annul the election. They don't care. These guys don't care. They know where they don't enter. They know that losing anything at this point in time is see, if you lose anything, you don't mess up. Because if you lose every. See, Northern Nigeria, their plans, if they take over power, they will make sure that they pieces Tinubu left, right, and center. They make them irrelevant. They will make sure that Yoruba presidency will be a very hard thing. Because Nigerian sentiment, Nigerian bigotry, it gets where they get where they know they take hand to. Okay, because Tinubu did what he's doing, is the Yoruba thing. They are now citing Abiola this, Abiola that. Thank God we did not allow Abiola to do what he did. So if we had allowed Abiola, this is the mess we will have found ourselves in. So the coalition and co, they know that it is a do or die thing, 27. But let's see what goes on in Kaduna State. The accusations that Rufai has brought out against Tinubu and the APC, let's see whether he is saying the truth. Because election where they free and fair, you self go know. Election where they rig, you self go know. Just that politicians are used to denying the obvious. Something, they go do something here. They go, they lie for your front, they swear, they cry, they shed tears. Say them not do it. Politicians are behaving like women. A woman who wants to lie to you, her tears does not mean she's saying the truth though. Her tears is a weapon. Her emotional whatever is a weapon to have her way. So you when they believe woman, when we say he do something, can't they cry, say he no do him, you can't believe him. You go believe politician we go do something now, they will say, no. They'll use BB grammar, change everything, manufacture everything. So when we see that by-election, we look at the updates, we would know if the APC, they are going to use that template come 2027. I assure you, the APC will never concede to any political party. APC, with the vultures, Northern Nigeria has made a mistake. If they really want to see that power, they should wait for 2031. Because as this young man is there, no vacancy for anybody. I'm not saying it because I support the APC. I'm telling you the reality, what is obtainable. I'm telling you reality. And if you can act, better act. But Nigeria is not a country that will get better. It's going to get worse and worse by the day. So let us move towards restructuring.